an
Right.
opportunity that the business community can be looked after.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're giving more hopes to them. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but
Mm-hmm.
is it turning out into that hopes into action? That's a
Mm-hmm.
questionable thing. We need to
Right.
ask those questions, that if your policy works, tell us how it works. Basically,
Mm.
what have you changed since you implemented the policy? Now
Right.
they have become also more social, like we say labor is more socialist, or we
Mm.
say labor looks after everyone, and they
Mm.
look after business, individuals, child poverty, everything they look after, right?
Mm.
But again, and then the national might say that, oh, they are only spending, but spending, and they drain out of the money from the people. That's what they say. But this is all say hearsay and hearsay. How does it really turned out into
Mm.
the policies, into reality, what we think
Right.
it is?
Mm.
So is your hopes been converted into action? First of all,
Right.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
when the current government says that, okay, we are giving you this, and it's a
Mm-hmm.
couple of years, like the investment boost policy, when you
Mm-hmm.
know
Right.
that the value is now, not after 2 years, but they have put that into a view that after 2 3 years you will get benefit out of it. You can invest now, but
Right.
then that investment you will get benefit after 2 years or 1 year or three
Mm.
years
Mm.
But the problem is now. And the second thing is, in my view personally, I can only invest if I have got money. At the moment, we don't have money, and we are asking me to invest, and that also with a view that the benefits will be reaped in 1 year's time or 2 years' time or 3 years' time. It doesn't
Right.
solve the problem now.
Right. But see, government. If you look at the government's focus,
Hmm.
they are more business oriented, right?
Yeah.
So if you look at the business oriented and the kind of issues which have started happening, which never used to happen at the time of the previous government, no?
Hmm.
Right? For example, if you talk about the very recent activity took place where this Brian army were trying to, where they were trying to obstruct the Nagar Kirtan procession which was taking place. And I
Oh
think
yeah,
you also, yeah, and I think you were also
yeah. Hmm.
involved into a couple of discussion, like, of
Yeah.
somebody from NZIC. So you want to talk
Yeah.
about that, how
Hmm.
this whole thing is turning around, and how NZIC and other, organizations are coming up and supporting each other. Yeah.
Mm. This is again is a very interesting you brought up, because
Yeah.
what happens is, as a media,
Hmm.
we are supposed to be eyes and ears of every single community, every
Right.
single person in this
Hmm.
country. We
Right.
can't just go with the slogan that some political party is supporting and some political party is not supporting to this kind of protest and this kind of thing. And that is the basic issue that we are facing, that if
Mm.
one political party is supporting, another party just ignores and
Mm.
doesn't talk about it, doesn't do anything. Have you
Right.
seen all political parties coming together, that why it is happening in our country? Have you
Right.
seen that collective effort? We
Hmm.
haven't. I haven't seen the collective effort of all political parties coming and say, "Hey, is it a legitimate? Is it the right thing to do? Is it?
Mm.
Is it not? It shouldn't be how this way. Our
Right.
constitution, our policies doesn't allow this to happen. Why are we allowing this? Just
Mm.
because one political party is supporting or looks as if as a support, and then other political parties ignore. I think
Right.
it's very, very wrong at the moment. And media has got an important role to
Mm.
play to
Right.
eliminate such issues,
Mm.
not to give more air to such issues.
Mm.
Otherwise, this will, even if you put a lid on it now,
Mm.
you may think that temporarily it has phased out, but it doesn't go.
Right.
It
Right.
stays, it remains, it lingers, and it
Mm.
it comes back again,
Mm.
but
Mm.
if you don't solve it. But if you allow
Right.
it, then
Mm.
that's the trouble that we are having, Ravi. So it's a very important issue that you brought, but also it's a equally responsible is the media, and
Mm.
equally responsible is all the political party, and all the political parties can be brought into
Right.
one mindset only by media. Because see,
Correct.
I
Mm.
would, if I am supporting one political party as media,
Mm-hmm.
then you are not supporting to another political party, you will
Right.
keep quiet. You will allow me to do, even though we are both media. So it
Mm.
shouldn't be happening that way. My point is, we
Mm-hmm.
all media should come and with a one common goal, that what is the direction of our country with
Mm.
such issues, with such concerns can create in the future. So
Right.
we want to, we want to put a full stop then and
Mm.
there and say, no, we are not allowed. That's it. Done. Just by protest you are not
Mm-hmm.
going to solve anything. You have to have a certain rules as per the constitution and regulations. You don't see politicians coming out along with the protest, but you
Mm-hmm.
see behind the scene they are supporting and they are not supporting you know
Right.
and i
Right.
think i think there has to be a common stand when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to nation, when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to any cultural disruptions,
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to any damages that can
Mm-hmm.
happen to the
Mm-hmm.
country.
Mm-hmm.
Because you as a politician are there today, you will go, and if
Right.
something happened now,
Mm-hmm.
another political party will inherit this issue because you
Right.
have not resolved it. So
Mm.
you are passing on the issue to another political party, another government, and I,
Mm-hmm.
I think that's very dangerous. You
Right.
shouldn't be passing those things. That's my
Mm.
view, Ravi.
No,
Very
no,
important.
definitely. That is always there. But see, what has happened is happened, right? I mean, you also know that, right?
Yeah. Hmm.
So that's what I'm trying to tell you. So do you think that if that it would have been another government, I don't want to take anybody's name,
Yeah.
if the slide was changed, do you think this would have made some difference?
No, I think the most important part of this is we as a every cultural organization, every
Hmm.
cultural community, every community has
Hmm.
got a responsibility to
Right.
do this kind of. See, if you allow one community, another community is gonna say that you are allowing this. So if we also do it, you should not
Hmm.
be questioning us. But
Right.
in the first place itself, if you don't allow such things, which is not
Mm.
permissible, not allowable, this is not, as per the constitution, whatever you are doing,
Mm.
and we are not allowing, just under the name of democracy, if you allow this to happen,
Hmm.
it's going to create a huge problem in the future. And I think we have seen that in many countries across the world, that such things have been given the go to sign, and
Hmm.
now they are having troubles. Whether you look at Canada, whether you look at US, whether you look at UK,
Hmm.
everything and anything, that such things
Hmm.
really create a problems for
Right.
that
Right.
community. And that community, that culture also then has got effect on other community, other cultures, basically. So really speaking, it's the responsibility, again, is the responsibility of the government of the day,
Hmm.
but also government of the day, just like they come for certain policies, they come together to sign off.
Mm.
Every political party comes together if it's a national policy,
Hmm.
right? So just like in the health policy during COVID, they all
Hmm.
kind of signed up. Everyone signed up that I'm going to do a tracing app. It
Mm.
was not the government of the day could take a decision like that, because it
Right.
was related to every single 5 million people. It was
Mm.
not to only one political party's supporters. It was
Mm.
for everyone. So I think this also, if you think that this is not right or
Mm.
needs a referendum or needs a discussion in the parliament, then
Hmm.
they should do it. They
Right.
should not delay it. They should not ignore it, thinking that, oh no, it's okay. I'm allowing them. I need their votes. It
Mm.
shouldn't be like that. I don't
Right.
need the votes if it is not right thing. That's what it should be. You
Definitely.
know,
Now, now I wanted to seek your attention towards media. The prime media who are there in the country. What do you think? What would have been their responsibility to put this on their chart buster or put it on their
mm.
news? So how they would have done it differently?
Are you saying particular for this event, for this thing?
Exactly, exactly. I mean, see, this is just one of the example which has
Mm.
impacted. I think New Zealand's face, or the kind of
Yeah,
New Zealand culture in the policy is like we are humble
correct,
Kiwi, right? So
correct.
we are polite, but this is something which we are not. This is not New Zealand face, correct?
Absolutely, 100%. And this is what I
Yes.
would say, that, New Zealand media has got a huge, huge responsibility. And in today's world, with being
Mm-hmm.
digital,
Mm-hmm.
being digital media, it
Right.
runs like fire. Okay.
Mm.
And I
Right.
can tell you, Ravi, this incident particularly, I have watched a little bit closely.
Mm.
And in India, we have 1.4 billion population. Okay.
Mm. Mm.
And this community, this culture is one of the also, every culture is key in India, right?
Right.
But
Right.
the question is, these ran like a fire in India.
Mm. Right.
People from India started sending me videos. Hey,
Mm.
Shailesh, did you
Mm.
see that? Is it happening in New Zealand? Really? Is this what it
Definitely.
is?
Yeah.
I had these questions and I said,
Mm.
oh, yeah, I didn't even go through at that time so much in detail,
Mm.
like what
Mm.
was happening. I
Mm.
thought that this is just a simple thing, what people are trying to do. But the responsibility, what you said about the current media and the mainstream media who are paid media or who
Mm.
gets paid, like government paid certain media, NZ Herald has their own kind of funding, has their own kind of advertisers, and has their own income from those, and they are supposed to create good content for the country.
Mm.
They are not
Mm.
supposed to create content for hate, content for debate, content for
Mm.
divide, or content
Mm.
for division, or culturally, what do you say, culturally potential to the cultural aspect. We don't want
Mm.
those media to be
Right.
seen. New
Mm.
Zealand has got more than 200 plus languages. Okay,
Right. Mm.
that's the reality. How
Oh.
can you allow
Mm.
any one language or one culture to
Mm.
create anything that they want? Then what
Right.
happens is everybody wants that to happen.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
I remember once I had asked this question, and I want to quote this here
Mm.
to the sports minister, that when Silver Ferns won the World Cup couple
Mm-hmm.
of years ago,
Mm.
they were not given even the prize money. They were not
Right.
even shouted the prize money. And I asked why the government is not taking any initiative to, at least when our country is winning, at least
Mm.
those team people should get. But whenever those team players, when you
Mm.
want to advertise, whether
Mm.
it is banks, whether it is big corporates, they take the leverage of advertising those players.
Mm.
But when they won the World Cup for the country, they don't
Mm.
get the prize money, or they
Right.
don't even get the bonus, they don't even get the basic salary for them,
Mm.
right?
Mm. Mm.
And that time I remember the sports minister said, Shailesh, you're right, but
Mm.
if we support, if the people see, if sporting people see that we are
Mm.
supporting silver funds, or we are supporting rugby, or we are supporting these, then
Mm.
other sports people also will come and say, why don't you fund us? Why are you funding only this sport, that sport? That becomes like a blanket issue for us. So we
Right.
don't generally support.
Mm.
Works at that time to the organizations, and then finally they were given the prize money. But the point here is, what he told me, that we don't support one, because if we support one, we have to support everyone. So it's better
Mm.
not to support everyone. This is exactly like the cultural. If
Mm.
suppose you are allowing one protest, Ravi,
Mm.
can other culture will not protest? Do you think one day
Definitely.
they will come?
And definitely that will be not a New Zealand branding. The brand New Zealand which
Exactly,
we have, it's not the way, we because the world is shocked to see this kind of aggression,
aggressive.
in our country, especially a place like Auckland. Yes.
And we are democracy, and we are actually living the democracy to, I would say, 90-95% democracy
Mm.
we still live, right?
Right. Right.
And that's a good thing for us.
Mm.
But then, if we are following our democracy, that's why when we did the topic, is the democracy getting compromised, or
Mm.
is under the democracy we are having a dictatorship, or we are having a biased thing?
Mm.
Because if we allow certain things, that means we are biased. And
Right.
the media's role is very
Mm.
important. The mainstream media should have
Mm.
taken this and not ignored this. They
Mm.
should have just condemned it strongly, or they
Mm.
should have said that, look, we are not happy with this. What is the rules? What are the rules? What are the regulations? How do we combat with these kind of things? Because this is not one time, it will come
Yeah.
back again. So even
Mm.
when Destiny Church, they were allowed to
Mm.
do that, and when they
Mm.
did
Mm.
anybody question, did the mainstream really went after them?
Right,
Nobody
right.
went after them.
Right. And
So
then there was two version. One version was there in Auckland, and then another version recently took place in
Tauranga.
Tauranga. Right.
That's right. That's
So
right. That's
yes, definitely. See, I'm saying that everybody has a right to raise their voice, but
right.
yes, there is a way, and that's what I think everybody likes. That everybody has a way to express, not by showing any aggression. That's what the whole point is here, right?
100%. 100%. We
But
don't want.
again, yeah, sorry, I'm interrupting you again, but shall I say, see, it's not the one way to look at it. If you hear the commentary made by Brian Tamaki, so he
Mm,
had a different, opinion
angle.
altogether. So what he was raising it that not only, I mean, he doesn't have any problem with the Hindu or the Sikh or anything. He was trying to raise a major concern about some kind of flags which were used in the procession and which Indian government recognized as a terrorist organization. So I think that was another angle to it.
Mm. See, again, this comes back to that your choice, your democratic right, your entitlement, and what you want to express, the way you want to express, and what are you doing by expressing that? Are
Right.
you creating a division? Are you creating imitation, or are you trying to say that we are the ones now, we're going to use this and this is what you
Mm,
have to accept it? What
mm,
is it? What are you trying to imply? What are you trying to message?
right. Right.
Messaging is very important, Ravi.
Mm,
And I
mm,
think what Brian said or anybody says, that they have their own kind of way of interpretation. Again,
right.
that is why I say that leave them what they have to do. It is a democratic country, everybody is allowed to do, but are
Mm.
they allowed to do such things which comes in the national interest?
Nothing can justify this, of course, for sure. Yes.
Exactly,
Mm.
exactly. That's the thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
National interest when it comes, national demonstration when it comes, we don't want to see any color. We don't want to see any aspect of biased cultures, right?
Right. Right.
That's the very important aspect of it. So
Mm.
we, our media and the current media and the mainstream media responsibility is to literally look into these areas
Hmm.
where we don't spread hatred, we don't spread negativity, we don't spread anything of that sort, basically.
Right.
That will harm the
Mm-hmm.
international image, that
Mm-hmm.
will harm the local image.
Mm-hmm.
I think, it's the environment that we create, Ravi. I want to say this, take this opportunity to say,
Mm.
you can't solve the people,
Mm.
but we can definitely change the environment of the people.
Right.
And if you change the environment of the people, then you can change the mindset to some extent. But if you
Mm.
try to change the mindset of the people, no matter whatever it is, they can't change their mindset. They are, but if you change the environment, they might slightly change. Oh, I'm getting a better. See, it's like that. If you, why do crimes happen? Why do violence happens? There must be something. One part is whether they are deprived of certain things, that
Mm.
they want those things and they are not getting those things easily. That's one part. The
All
second
right.
part is, are they really disturbed by their own mindset, that
Mm.
they don't want to? So that's
Right.
why we call it the mental health or the emotional well-being of people,
Mm.
that needs to be looked after, right? There are two
Right.
aspects to it. But no matter whatever it is,
Mm.
the national interest has to be the
Mm.
prime. You cannot see, if in during COVID,
Mm.
if we can say that let's come together and save everyone, yeah,
Mm.
with irrespective of our color, irrespective of culture, irrespective of our anything. We didn't at
Right.
that time protest that, hey, I am going to come with this flag and say that I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that. We can't do that.
Mm.
Simple as
All
that.
right.
It's a national interest, right? I
Definitely.
think that
Definitely. Yeah.
national interest should be the prime responsibility of any media, including the
Mm.
mainstream. every media.
That's the key
And then,
point of the today's session. Yeah, yeah,
absolutely, absolutely.
definitely. Thank you so
Hmm.
much, Alan, sir. I will say, so what is the one topic which you are choosing for the upcoming week, which
I would
audience should look forward to it?
I would like to talk about the FTA that recently happened, but not yet
Wow.
happened, not yet finalized,
Mm-hmm.
because it still needs to go through the process of parliamentary. Again, this is the FTA for the country. It's
Mm-hmm.
for the national interest of the country, which means
Right.
every political party has to sign off. And
Mm-hmm.
we already have seen cracks. Even if
Right.
it is not signed off, we have seen some cracks by
Mm-hmm.
some politicians, some political party saying that we don't agree, we agree to disagree, or we don't like this, we don't like that. Already they have started, those things coming out. And I think
Interesting.
it will
Interesting.
be a very interesting year in the election year. Do we want to compromise for votes
Mm-hmm.
and play this, or
Mm-hmm.
do you want to really, really ironed it out, nailed it out, more research is out so that it benefits every single citizen of the country, or it is just benefiting just my slogan or just for my few people or few
Mm-hmm.
corporates who can benefit out of it, and that's it. Is that the story of this FTA? What is the storytelling of this FTA is going to be very interesting, Ravi.
You're right,
I
and
have to tell
definitely.
you.
Are you throwing an invitation to anybody who would like to join our conversation and have a discussion on that?
I think so. Yeah, I would love anybody to participate in this and
Mm-hmm.
ask questions, and really let's iron it out. Let's analyze. Let's see what benefits are you seeing yourself, and what benefit I am seeing to myself. But as a business, as an individual, as an importer, as an exporter, as a wholesaler, as a retail, but most importantly, staying in New Zealand as an
Mm-hmm.
Indian, but having an Indian FTA, and
Right.
how does it affect an Indian in New Zealand? How does it
Mm.
affect to Indian in New Zealand, or is it affecting only to the corporate level? You know.
Right, right. No, definitely it's going to be interesting. So looking forward to, and let's, I will say when we are going to release the poster, we'll also keep a link. So anybody willing to join us, just ping us. And Chalas sir, you can also share on your Facebook. And if anybody
Absolutely.
willing to join, more than welcome, to join our
Mhm.
conversation. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. No, thank you
Um,
so much, Ravi. I think I'm
most,
looking forward to that, because as a media also, it's our
yeah,
responsibility, prime responsibility, to relay, to
yeah.
pass on the information what we have, basically.
Definitely, definitely. Looking forward. It was really nice having you and great conversation. And
Yeah,
thanks to Webfit News for providing this platform. And thanks to NJ World News for joining, Webfit News in this conversation. Thank you so much and have a
yeah,
great evening.
yeah. Thank you so much to all the listeners, and happy New Year to once again for you. I hope your New Year starts. So
Hmm.
this is going to be a good year because it's an election year. So I am looking forward to that as well. Thank
Definitely.
you.
Thank you so much, sir. Take care.
Thanks.
Have a good day.
Take
Bye.
care. Bye.